All right, Shalom. Before I begin, I want to start by giving all honor and all glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim, Makakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS who were well, peace and blessings and safety. To the sincere Akim, pushing the word in truth and sincerity. And Shalom to the very few Akwaf that listen and learn. And just coming with another lesson that I put together. And we're going to title this lesson, America Will Fall Like Ancient Rome. You know, as we see the great divide in this country over these elections, when you go into the history of ancient Rome and how it fell, which is known as the first beast in the scriptures, how ancient Rome fell, history is repeating itself. You see America, aka Babylon, in a great divide. You have the Republicans and the Democrats. You have Biden and you have President Trump causing that great divide, which is all orchestrated by the elites anyway to cause further chaos and confusion to bring forth the new world order. But as we see these things playing out, you can tie these things to ancient Rome. You can tie these things to the way ancient Rome fell and link it up today with the current beast, which is America, you know? So history is repeating itself. Prophecy is in full swing. And it's, hey, we're living in beautiful, beautiful times, Akim, Akwath. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and I got a few clips and I got a couple articles I want to hit, and we'll finish it off with some precepts. And Lord willing, this be edifying.
Running them out of gas. It is hilarious. I'm about to run out of gas, which I'm sure some of you would love. Look at that!
All right, and this is taking place in Texas, and I've been in Texas for 2 years now, man, and I speak as a man. Texas is has a very different spirit. All right, I'll just put it that way. Being out here, I've never seen so many idiots, man, in my life. I've traveled throughout Babylon quite a bit. All right, I've been to different states, but Texas, man, is is uh, is full of idiots. So this seeing this clip wasn't surprising at all. Right, you run a bus with the name Biden on it. You harass and run this bus out of town. Shows how stupid you Babylonians are, as well as you Texans are, man.
We're in New Braunfels, Texas, and we are welcoming Kamala Harris with the New Braunfels Trump Train! Woo! Look at all the Trump flags, baby! Look at all the Trump flags! Yeah!
All right, hey, let's grab another clip. All right, hey, it's clear to see that this country is divided. All right, and we'll get that scripture shortly, Lord willing. But a kingdom that is divided cannot stand. All right, now this is taking place in New Jersey. You see, So, hey, this country is completely divided, man. I mean, you got Trump versus Biden supporters, at each other's throats, getting ready to kill each other, man. All right, hey, America is on its way down the toilet.
We shut it down, baby. We shut it down. We shut it down. We shut it down.
All right, and that took place in New Jersey. So, from the south to the east to the west, even in California, you got there in Beverly Hills, Trump supporters and Biden supporters going at it. So from the east, from the south, and to the west, this country is completely divided. All right, let's go ahead and get a quick precept. This is Mark 3:24, and it reads, "And if a kingdom be divided against itself, it's clear to see that this kingdom is divided, which, like I said, is being orchestrated by your elites, which want the order out of, they want the chaos, so they can bring in the order, so they can bring in their troops to bring forth the order. You see, but nevertheless, back to the lesson. This also took place in ancient Rome, and we're going to get a few articles to prove that. Like, if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So this place is on its way out, which lines up with biblical prophecy. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we're seeing the end of Esau Edom's rule. We're seeing the end of the so-called white man's kingdom, because when the kingdom falls, it's divided first. You know, which is orchestrated by YAHAWASHI. He's the one orchestrating this great divide to further bring down this kingdom. Because when you go into the nation of Israel, you have the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Uh, when those curses really fell upon us, the kingdom became divided, uh, which was the will of Yahweh Shai, because we disobeyed him. All right, but prior to that, the kingdom being at one, we were unstoppable. We were unmovable. But when you divide a kingdom, it is easier to take down. So this is a strategic move and a plot from the Heavenly Father to divide this kingdom. Biden, Trump supporters going at it. You know, the left wing versus the right wing. You see, which is it's forming these different militia groups that are going to go against the government, which also happened in ancient Rome. You see, let's go ahead and get this first article. It says, after a bitter election, can Americans find a way to heal their divides? And the answer is no, because the scriptures tell you. Um, Matter of fact, let's go ahead and grab that. All right, the answer is no. The scriptures tell you no. It tells you that Babylon will not be healed. All right, and Babylon is another code word for America. All right, Jeremiah 51:9, and it reads, "We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. This place is not going to be healed. It's past the point of no return. The country is too far gone and too divided to return back to normal. You have the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, which has destroyed the economy. It's ripped this country apart as people, uh, 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 you know, looking at each other all weird if you don't wear a mask. This place is past the point of no return, so it's not going to be healed. Forsake her, and let us go, everyone into his own country, and that's what you have. You have these different heathens going back to their countries, which is no better over there. That you already have in the UK, they're already on lockdown. All right, over there in New Zealand, they're already on lockdown. So China as well. So no matter where you heathens try to flee to, you're not gonna escape your judgment. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So Yahawah Shai has remembered the sins of this place, or the wickedness that this place has done. Therefore, the judgments are springing forth. You see. Let's read a little bit more of this. As the nation careens into the 2020 presidential election amid a damaged economy and surging pandemic, you have businesses that are closed for good. So America is like I said, is past the point of no return. Roughly paraphrasing, it says those that look out the windows that are darkened. Roughly paraphrasing, which means that people see that America, uh, the future of this place is very bleak. There is no future here. That has infected more than 9 million people and killed more than 230,000 Americans are facing historic division. You see, goes back to Mark 3 and 24. A kingdom divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So there's a great divide here in America, which is going to further destroy the country. The divides have affected the country in myriad ways, even influencing who we are to choose to engage with. All right, and that's true. You're having that big of a divide where if people find out you're supporting Biden, they don't even want to be around you, and that's a telltale sign of a failing society. Of a failing kingdom, is that you have a that great of a divide to where people don't want to be around you because of the political party that you associate yourself with. In one survey by the Pew Research Center, 47% of Republicans and 71% of Democrats said they wouldn't want to date someone who voted for the candidate of the opposing party in the 2016 presidential election. All right, and that's crazy and that's heavy. You know, these people wouldn't even want to date you or go on a date with you if you vote for Trump and you're a Biden supporter. All right, that's a failing society, man. This polarization has left many worried that the results of Tuesday's election will lead to conflict, which it will. You're already having conflicts in all major cities throughout the country, and the election is not even here yet. All right, so just imagine when uh, the polls come back and the president is decided, and it doesn't go the way each party wants it to go in. You can only imagine what's going to happen. There's going to be total war and chaos, to conflict that risks spiraling into violence, which that's coming. Right? It's in the scriptures, so it's going to come. Nation shall rise against nation. One people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. Right? All these things are here at the door. Experts in global conflict are warning that such a scenario is a real possibility in cities like Los Angeles, New York, and Washington D.C. So all your major cities are going to be cities turned into hell. Businesses have begun to board up their windows in case of civil unrest. You see, so that civil war is looming, and it's on its way. All right, let's hit up Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And it reads, the Lord, Yahweh thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and upon them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. All right, and that's what you see. This country being divided is a curse, which was a curse placed on the nation of Israel. You had the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, and the Lord put those curses upon us to divide us. Where the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom didn't deal with each other. They went. You have even some instances where the northern kingdom and southern kingdom went to war with each other. All right, and you see the same thing taking place with Esau Edom and his kingdom. Right, you got the Republicans and the Democrats. The Biden and Trump supporters. They're getting ready to go to war with each other, which is a curse. All right, and this is this fulfilling this right here. YAHAWASHI is putting those curses on our enemies, man, which is going to further bring the downfall of this queendom. All right, and then I just want to quickly touch on this article, and we'll get a few more precepts, and then we'll end the lesson. Let's see. All right, yep. Rome's transition from republic to empire. You know, it's a pretty good article. I just wanted to get a few points that stuck out. Bear with me a second. All right, yeah, I just wanted to touch on this really quick because this is what America, which is ancient Rome, has done, and this is what you see taking place right now as we speak. All right, and it reads the republic stood strong for several centuries. However, as Rome's power and territory expanded, all right, and that's what you saw with America. As America rose and gained power, they expanded their territories throughout the world. That's why you have all these different military bases in all these different countries. Internal conflicts began to emerge as citizens and families struggled for power, and uh, that's all this is. It's just a struggle, a so-called struggle for power, which you average everyday Americans, you have no power. You just haven't realized it yet that you have no power. All right, the power lies with the elites that run this whole system. You're just considered as goyim to them, which means cattle. For example, in the first century BCE, the famous Roman orator Marcus Cicero uncovered a plot by a Roman senator, Lucius Catiline, to overthrow the Roman government. And what do you see? What do you see now? All right, you're seeing these different militia groups rising up against the government, which goes into your sedition among men. Not regarding their kings or princes. This is taking place now, which also took place back in the Roman Empire, all right, which causes downfall. To overthrow the Roman government, some citizens, such as the Gracious brothers, attempted to institute government reforms and social reforms to help the poor. Unfortunately, factions emerged, and what are those modern day factions? Those would be your militia groups. Your Proud Boys and your different militia groups that have formed to fight against the government. So this is Rome all over again. This is America is repeating the same downfall as ancient Rome did. Loyal to loyal to each other, the patricians or plebeians, which would be your modern day both political parties that you have today, the Republicans and the Democrats, the patricians and plebeians classes or two Pacific military general uh, host- hostilities erupted, and that's what you see happening now. You know, people are getting very, very roused up and hostile over these elections, and a series of civil wars. All right, and that's what's coming. That's what's going to take place next, man. Those civil wars. And a series of civil wars plagued the Republic. During these civil wars, a prominent general and statesman named Julius Caesar began gaining significant power. All right, and we'll end it right there. You know, you can read the rest on your own, but that's what I mainly want to grab is that civil war caused the downfall of the ancient Roman Empire. And what do you see getting ready to take place now with these different Trump supporter blocking off highways and going to rallies, Trump rallies, Biden supporters showing up, uh, um, fighting and wanting to go against the Trump supporters. That's all going to lead to civil war. Which is going to bring the downfall of America, man. You know, what's going to be the icing on the cake? Those ICBM missiles. This is Revelations 13 and 12, and it reads, "And he exercises all power of the first beast before him." What's that first beast? The ancient Roman Empire. And that's what you see America coming in the spirit of. You know, and he causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And that's going into when the Edomites came back into power. They came back into power, and that deadly wound was healed, which we're living in now, which is America. But as I read before, in Jeremiah 51, this place at Babylon is not going to be healed. Why? Because the Lord, he's taking his hand, off of America. He's taking his hand off of his golden cup, Babylon. You know, all right. And something else I wanted to hit, but hey, through the spirit, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the lesson up. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And until the next time, Shalom.